WCG, one of those.
Team with a rich history is EVOS. A lot of legends were made in this team, but they're looking to seek their glory this time against DEWA United, looking for their first W.
I thought you were going to say a lot of legends, but unfortunately no longer in their name.
You can finish it like that. I don't have the brains.
Well, we're gonna go straight into the land of Dawn right here. And I kind of fear for EVOS, man, because they have a more straightforward, normal draft. So now it's gonna be, again, a battle of execution in the land of Dawn.
A match with the biggest stakes so far, EVOS Glory. Will they be able to snatch a W this time, or DEWA United? Will they be able to solidify their position in the green zone in MPL Indonesia Season 13?
All right, looking at the battle spells, 2 Purifiers on the hands of DEWA against a Tigreal without the threat of the fighters. Those high mobility fighters like the Yuzong, like the Alpha we saw in Game 2, there's no need for repositioning. If they can avoid getting picked off by the one engage tool that EVOS do have, oof, could be a done deal.
Some good damage from Clockhood early. Pops into regen 2. Meanwhile, bottom lane, wow, what? Trying to utilize the placement. Cancel the heal. Regen. Up top, the anti-bully, Arashi.
It's working, man. He lifts. Now, ooh, look at the play by.
Oh, Dreams is gonna be lifting 2 members, Drian and Gary. Those are some heavy members, Drian. Oh my goodness gracious! Holds onto the flicker. Crazy patience. He might be. Dreams, another skill 1. Yeah. Another Terrify from Clockhood. Kaze misses the Terrify and will be zoned away from the minions.
So far, good sign for DEWA United. Just bullies 2 lanes, top and bottom. This way, the pressure is not going to be available for EVOS to play with.
We're talking about the mid lane again and again. Seems like he just isn't as familiar with this hero. We talked about how his specialty is that long distance. Vexana is kind of mid to close range, if anything. So I do wonder if this is something he's not comfortable with. He's going with a Rupture, so there's a lot more damage early on, and he needs that Wilderness Blessing to get around the map. For the side of EVOS though, Inspire for Natco and Clockhood, they want to try and get that utility as much as possible, because damage-wise, it'll be great, but it's not as critical.
Dreams already chunked up real low. Has to heal up a little bit and probably has to recall before he joined the team fight in the total. Meanwhile, in the top lane though, Dixon finally getting bullied. 3 people on the top lane.
The Faraga armor coming in handy. Clockhood actually stealing away the last Insanity. Goes in for a few shots on the turret. Dreams gets chunked. That's a flicker from Drian.
Oh!
Dreams now shoves Drian back. No vengeance. Gary walks up. It's a one-man advantage for the Eternal Guard, knocking him up. Now with last Insanity. Annabelle, well played. Still on point on the Retribution. Clockhood gets a trade though in the mid lane against Kaze. 1 for 1, but EVOS Glory get the neutral objective.
I would think that DEWA has the advantage right there, but it seems they're trying to chase too many targets at once, and they didn't really get any of those ones that got really low. And the fact that they lost out on the neutral objective, small win for EVOS. Again, they have to just maintain it, because we've seen that DEWA can falter if the gap in gold does get significant enough.
Okay, so it's gonna be Carry and Harith in the gold lane. Rashi, later in the game, I think it's pretty obvious that this Carry is gonna be much more useful than the Harith, but like, what do you think? What's the interaction there, especially in a team fight, in a big team fight for Harith?
Well, I think Harith does decent damage, and with the current itemization that's popular for Harith, you do a lot of true damage as well, but it's a lot more burst heavy for sure. And later on, against a Baxia, right, he'll be able to tank quite a bit of damage, and so can Dixon on the Expert. But look at that bot lane duel.
An all-in from Natco. He might be able to get a solo kill here. A flicker from Dreams, catching 2. Gary Poissons. Drian shoved back. No final slash used up just yet. Drian will fall, finds the final slash, but Clockhood comes in to take that kill. A lot of people might say kill steal. I say kill secure. Clockhood. Annabelle, good sidestep. Wants to go for more. Gary zoned away, and Natco will be able to completely bully Watts here by taking a few more good shots over on the turret goal. Gary, though, doesn't want to let that happen. Zaman Force again from Natco.
You can already hear the hope of these fans here in MPL Arena. EVOS fans just roaring in Exo Hall.
Natco, though, having a very low cooldown on that Zaman Force. The fact that the Watt was even dare to just walk up to the Harith and go for a 1v1 duel, That was definitely a miscalculation on their part. And I don't think they can really contest this unless they get a pickoff.
We're going to Fluffy. Does a lot of damage. Last Insanity plays down as well with a vengeance, and it doesn't matter because he gets blown up. Now a 3-man jump back to the team. Dixon with the flicker out right now. That's going to be another Last Insanity from Clockhood. Who picks up a killing spree. Now onto Case. Clockhood is absolutely massive. He is taking everyone down. Clockhood
just clawing everyone on DEWA United. He doesn't need a fang, he needs a claw. This time around, 1.6k gold lead for EVOS, and they're looking to capitalize on the absence of the Baksha in the blue buff.
Gonna go to Clockhood right now. Nope, just to clear out the wave. Annabelle is going for this purple buff. He still has the retreat, takes it and slides away. DEWA United getting outsmarted.
Annabelle though going in, getting the purple buff, even though Drian was able to reset it. Now it's just EVOS dictating tempo, and DEWA are just seeming kind of lost. Looking at the items though, they're itemizing more towards physical defense. Natko though, 1v2.
1v2, no problem. He says, I'll take those odds. Still jumping forward. Case though is looking for a play. Doesn't have the flicker to really make a big play happen. Gary is trying to look for a dive, but DEWA say, we're done. We're not gonna go for more. EVOS are winning on all fronts.
I think Watt has been pretty overconfident with his potential on the carry. I think that's probably because the fact that Natko, like, he kind of underestimated Narco in a way that, like, he's a newcomer here, and he should be a bit more. Oh my goodness, Clockhood!
Kill Clockhood! What a mid laner! This guy always overshadowed by other mid laners, always a substitute, finally showing what he's got in the bag. 5-0, all the kills on him.
So 1v1 solo play in the mid lane. That's just crazy coming in from a Valentina. We haven't seen the Valentina being so popular, and we know this hero does better if she is ahead. So this is a bad sign for DEWA. And look at, whoa, Drian.
An potion to cancel it out. Drian baited in now as they look for more, but Clockhood has stolen their Last Insanity once more. Natko dodging away from the Last Insanity. Now Clockhood might be looking for it. A 2-man taunt into the back. Clockhood with the Last Insanity. He wants everything, all the kills. Natko finally gets one on the board for them. The secret weapon of the White Tigers. Who would have thunk? It's a claw.
Oh man, EVOS came out guns blazing into this game number 3, and Gary already getting bullied in his own jungle so far. Dreams just playing with his HP.
Look at what EVOS is doing right now, going for the turtle and pushing all the lanes at the same time. Natko just bullying Gary away, stealing away the orange in the process.
6k in 7 minutes. This is Onyx type of dominance from EVOS. We definitely didn't expect this, especially after that game 1 performance. It looks like I was proven wrong. Things could really change after 1 game.
Especially in that mid lane, man. Clockhood is finding all the plays available on the map. And on the other side, Keys just seems so out of touch here. He is just confused. He's not landing his spells at all. Not even preemptively scaring EVOS away with his damage.
Purify again? Interesting. What, like, what would you take at this?
What?
No, the Vexana. Case.
Yes.
Yes, Purify, really?
Against the Tigreal, I think it's a great spell. I mean, if he went for the flicker, then maybe he can try and make the plays happen, you know, flicker forwards and go for a pickoff. But I don't think their initial plan was to go for that kind of pickoff. They're going to allow Gary to collide with someone, and then afterwards the follow-up should have been simple. But now that they're 7.5k gold behind, it's going to be so difficult for them to really find anything meaningful unless... What is this flank coming in from Gary?
I don't think Gary has what it takes to actually, look for a set on a Baksha. He can only stun one member. And Natko has a Purify. I don't even think you can stun Clockhood up for long.
How do you make this work with what? With that limited potential, limited range that Carry has.
And a Purify, so not even gap closer, right?
Yeah. It's just really hard because there's so much zoning potential from EVOS. Even Natko just wrecking havoc, winning every 1v1 against Watt, and that's gonna suck.
Yeah, 1v1? Nah, 2v1s even.
Yeah.
Again, this is an early game power spike. The fact that Natko was able to get a kill early on, get advantage in the lane, and there was attempt to shut it down, was just not met with enough people. As Gary comes in with a Turtle's Prisons even. EVOS, they just take it, and they're paying the favor back.
You like this, Arashi? They're already teasing the next matchup they have. It's your team, Arashi. They're emoting RRQ as they take the Lord for free.
I mean, they're making a statement, and we love to see it. But we have to see. For now, the game's not over yet. But look at the damage.
A single chrono dash. Already that much damage. There was like 1/5 or like 1/6.
9K in 9 minutes, bro. 9K in 9 minutes. In 10 now, okay. It's about to be 10K.
Yeah, they're cosplaying as Onyx right now.
Now, for DEWA, it's back to game number 1. It's just the defense. Or game number 2, actually. Losing up in the early game, then going for a base defense, trying to stall out until the items do even out. They were able to do it in game number 2. Now it's looking like the same kind of deal, unless Dreams can make a play happen. That's where the Purifiers do come in handy, because for now, DEWA can't really find a play. They can't really initiate anything, because their frontliners can't even take some damage.
Just Dixon, once Firaga armor is gone, his potential is also gone. And this is gonna be a really hard defense for DEWA United.
So only the first Lord though, so it should be alright. Eternal Guard, Dreams able to get out 4 now.
Oh,
Good zone
wow.
from Dixon, and they are able to defend. Only the first Lord. They have pretty good wave clear. Not the worst. They have an X-Borg, Vixana, and a carry.
Just gotta watch out for those Purify streams, because it can really change the game tide towards DEWA United.
To a degree, even the Baksha can serve as clear if he just preemptively uses the first persons from a distance. Now again, DEWA just so good at turtling. You have to remember that last season, DEWA's whole idea was to put everything on the back of Watt and let him carry the late game. You know, save all the crowd controls, all the ultimates to ensure that he can free hit, he has space to actually fight in the middle of a huge 5v5.
It's just, they're trapped in a cage. DEWA United can't really go out. Just gonna hope for these minions to pile up, get some gold for Watt. Look at that. Just giving it all to Watt, the last hits, and kind of stacking it up so that the minion wouldn't get too far for them.
Looking at the items right now though, he got keys. He has the glowing wand, but no enchanted talisman. So very limited amount of spells being thrown out. The Necklace of Durance though will be applied by the Eternal Guard every swing. That will curb the shielding from Natco, the regen from Annabelle, and Fluffy as well. So it's a good pick. But if you look at the gold lane, 2k gold ahead. Natco already with the Feather of Heaven and the Starlium. He's gonna be doing a lot of pure damage. A lot of true damage when the fights initially first start.
I mean, it's pretty usual when you see 3k gold lead on a gold lane or a jungler, but 3k gold lead in a mid lane position? This is a role that doesn't really farm too much. It just shows you how dominant Claw can so far, and he has this item that can bail him out in Winter Truncheon. It just gets harder and harder for DEWA United.
You have to wait until they get an opportunity, but for now, again, the only real man that can really maneuver is Gary. He might try and go for a steal here. It is a possibility, but they have to be really surprised, but Dreams might sniff him out.
He will. Poissons. Dreams, the XBTR roamer, catches the XBTR jungler on position. Gary going back and forth, shield unity, going back in again. This time he walks up. There's no way he gets this. There's absolutely no way that he gets punished for it. Natco picks up the killing spree. A desperate attempt ends up with Gary dying in the 13th minute of the game with an 11.7 thousand gold lead. Could this be EVOS Glory's first match victory in Season 13?
It might be the first step to glory that they've been trying to build with this newfound lineup. All these guys are coming in and make a statement towards DEWA United. We're still here. We're still the legend of the game. We're still one of the best franchises in Indonesia.
With Natco and James picking up more items right here. Divine Glaive for Natco, more burst, and James with the Athena. Let's see if DEWA can defend. Gary is up, but will that be enough?
There's a charge down in the mid lane, trying to go for the siege as Clawkin tries to zone them away. Dixon still in the front with the Faraga armor, trying to sustain. Natco cutting them off.
Oh.
The 1-4 down the case. Still has a Purify, gonna get Temp down, but has a winner Truncheon. Dixon in the mix of it all. Now jumping in, finds Natko. That goes down, and Bojan up to 2 men. Eternal Guard though comes down. This is a bad fight for EVO's Glory. The mortality to be lost right now as Clawhood jumps into the back line once again with last insanity. Has a winner Truncheon, jumps in Clawhood with a winner Truncheon in the back. Now flickering back, but he is gonna be shut down finally by Drian. But Appraiser's Wrath to 3 members. Still, they're going to be able to survive. Fluffy on the base, targeting it down. Drian trying to get rid of Fluffy. That's a final slash. That's an immortality. That is going to be Fluffy still targeting it on. Annabelle doing the same thing. They will be able to claim their first match at victory. Setting up for the Classic Derby tomorrow. EVO's Glory have broken the curse. They have broken their streak.